So are you a W-2 employee earning a Friday paycheck and you're wanting to move into the investing world? Well, let me tell you this. It doesn't matter how many X's and O's that you have or how much you learn about real estate investing, multifamily investing, any of this stuff. If we do not get you to help shift your identity, because that is what you're doing. You've been in the W-2 as an employee working for someone, earning a paycheck and sitting in that comfortable world of that. And now all of a sudden you're going to be moving into this entrepreneur world, a business owner and an investor. That is a completely different identity than where you're currently at and where you've been at. And so part of this shift for you, it's less about the X's and O's. You can learn the X's and O's through us on YouTube. The information is readily available. The difference is really shifting this identity. And you have to step into that with intention for yourself, because this is not easy. And what you're trying to do to move out of this W-2 world into the entrepreneur world of a business owner, investor, and having to make things happen. And you're not going to make any money unless you make things happen. You cannot rely on a Friday paycheck. Hence the reason why folks coming out of the W-2 world into this world of entrepreneurism, it's a transition process, because you don't want to let go of that W-2, which I wouldn't tell you to do either. Like, that can be there because it's a safety net for right now. And then what you're going to do is find the time, a couple hours a day, to find deals, analyze them, write offers, and build this little business on the side. But there has to be enough kind of pain as your fuel to move that needle. It's a key component to having this actually make sense for you, and you have execute the plan. And if you like what you're seeing so far, do me a favor to like, subscribe, and hit the comments here and help this video go viral with other people on the internet who can use it and enjoy it just like you. To do it alone is very tough, which is why you need accountability. You need people surrounding you. And I don't care if that's a partner that you team up with and come into something like this together, or you rely on a community or whoever it is trying to do that alone, because it is such a mental mount that you have to climb to move this identity for yourself. And if it were easy, everybody would do it, okay? And it's simply because you've been sitting in this world of W-2 employee for some time. And so to move out of that, in your mind, it's a huge risk, because I'm leaving comfortability. I'm leaving a consistent paycheck. I'm leaving that stability there. And I'm trying to move into the entrepreneur world. And it's something you want to do. That's not the problem. It's not a lack of want. But want alone will not get it done, which is why you have to step into this and realize, okay, I'm going to set the intent. I am absolutely going to become an entrepreneur. I'm absolutely going to buy multifamily apartment buildings or real estate or whatever it is. And that is what I'm going to do. And I'm setting the intention. It is absolutely going to happen. I've made my mind up. My pain is my fuel because I'm pissed off over here. I'm tired of this crap over here, and I'm moving over here. And yes, I'm going to use this because I need the income while I make this move, but you have to set the intent that I'm going, and you got to dive in, and you have to realize that you're going to face resistance. It's not easy. It's going to take grit. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort, but I guarantee you it is worth it. I guarantee you it's worth it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. I was W-2. I wouldn't have then got my broker's license and then say, hey, I'm going to start building my portfolio. And then at some point, I'm going to leave that over here and go full-time over here. And that's what I did. And it took me about 2 to 3 years, but I was vested in it. I'd made the decision for myself. I set put your foot in the ground, draw the line in the sand, as they say, and I'm going. And then it's a matter of going for it. And you have to dedicate. So rather than you getting home from work, obviously you got to spend time with family. I get it. You know, we need to. You got to be present with your family. But then the kids go to bed. And then you're going to be on the computer. And you're going to be looking for deals. You're going to be setting up the business. You're going to be writing offers. You're going to analyze deals. You're going to make things happen. And that's going to be from 8:30 to 11:30 at night, 8:30 to 10:30 at night, 5 days a week. How bad do you want it? Because it's either that option and you move the needle for yourself, or you sit your butt on the couch with Netflix, keep scrolling, and you'll be exactly where you're at 12 months from now. Once again, pain is your fuel. You're shifting your identity. You're going from I call it the contributor in the U.S. economy to a creator in the U.S. economy, right? Contributors are employees. You work for someone. Nothing wrong with that, but you're limited. You're capped, right? And it's just as risky, by the way, because you can get laid off. Recessions happen. You can get fired. Things happen. You could go from having that so-called steady paycheck, right, to nothing. And so what you're trying to do is build that for yourself that you control. You dictate. You know what's going to happen. And to move that needle is a heavy lift, but you can do it, and it is well worth it. That's the beauty of it. It is well worth it to get over here. And here's how you're going to do it. 1 to 2 hours a day, after the 9 to 5, after your family, a couple hours a night, find, analyze, write off. That is the starting point to move the needle for yourself, but you've got to make that line in the sand sand, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to be an investor, I'm going to be a business owner. Because unless you shift your identity for yourself, and it has to be you making that decision, it can't be anybody else. It can't be me telling you it's all great, go do it. That's not good enough. Typically, it's pain for people's fuel. There's enough pain over here in the W-2 world that you've experienced, and or you're tired of that enough. There's something that's triggering that, and that's good. Dig into that. Use that as your fuel to go there. So that way, every single time you face resistance, every single time you want to give up, every single time you want to quit, you say, fuck it, ain't gonna happen. I'm not going back to that. I'm trying to get away from that, and I'm going over here. You gotta get excited, and that's what it's all about. So I hope this helps. I think it's really important if you're W-2 and you're working here and you want to go there, right? And a lot of people want to do it. How bad do you want it? Because it's not easy, and it's gonna take effort, but it is well worth it. It is well worth it to do that. You have lots of money, time, passive income, right? Abilities to travel, do all of this stuff. But to get that going, guys, it's like moving a locomotive. Once you get it going, it moves, and it moves beautifully. But you got to go, and you got to get it moving. And that's the process. And it starts with your identity. You are officially a multifamily investor. You are officially, right, an entrepreneur, business owner, investor. You are stepping into that world. You are moving out of the contributor into the creator. Out of the contributor into the creator. Stop working for the man and working for yourself. Control the future, control your family, control your wealth, control everything on your term, not theirs. Hope this helps. Take care. We'll see you on the other side. Happy investing.